Hey guys, and today this is gonna be part 4 of the Bakougo X listener. So yeah, let's get right into it. Let's go! The bus came to a stop. Mr. Izawa stood up and announced we were here. Everyone on the bus got up and exited the bus orderly. We stood in front of this giant building. Wow, I thought. I turned my head and saw Momo and the girls, and I decided to walk on over to them. Bakugo's pose. I turned my head to the right and she was leaving my side. Couldn't help but stare at her leave. It felt nice sitting and talking with her. What the hell's wrong with me? This feeling, I hate it, but then I don't. Like what you see, Bakugo? Yeah, me too. Kaminari smirked, staring at her. I don't like how he was staring at her. Shut up, dunce face! I shouted at him. Hey man, calm down. I mean, have you seen her? She's hot, and that costume is like, whoa. Kaminari explained with his hands up in defeat. I scowled and turned my head. Of course I knew she was hot. I just hated hearing it from him. Do you think she has a boyfriend? I was thinking of asking her on the date, Kirishima nervously said, grabbing his neck. Like how she wants to go with a shitty-haired loser like you. I shouted at him. Calm down, dude, Kaminari said calmly. You're acting like you... Kaminari began before I interrupted him. I said shut up! I screamed at him, and I scowled and turned my head to where she was. There she was, Yan, smiling and laughing. Was that dunce face really going to say that I like that stupid girl? Yan's pove. We were shortly greeted by a pro hero, 13. Let's go so you can see what's inside, 13 exclaimed. As we walked in, the whole class gasped at the sight. There were mountains, a lake, a city, a forest, fires, and other storms. It was enormous. 13 began explaining that we were going to learn to use our quirks to save lives, not battling but helping others. Now that's over. Let's get started by Aizawa began before he got interrupted. The lights began to dim, and a purple and black portal appeared. Out of it came a purple and black mysterious-looking thing, and after, a pale guy with a hand over his face popped out. Mr. Aizawa tensed up and looked over his shoulder. His expression changed from his usual expressionless self to worried expressions. Then he glared at them. Everyone, stay together. 13, protect them, he shouted. We were all confused. Is this part of our training? More scarier looking people and things started to come out of a large portal. Everyone, stay back. This is real, and those are real villains, he shouted as he put on his goggles. Everyone's expression was scared and shocked. Crap, are you serious? I felt a knot in my throat. I'm scared. Aizawa jumped ahead to face the army. I let out a gasp as he began to fight them alone. Let's go, 13 shouted and started running to the entrance. The whole class began to run behind. I ran and felt my heart. 1,000, I don't know how to say that, but yeah, it felt like 1,000 heartbeats was pumping. Suddenly, a black portal appeared in front of us, and a purple ghost villain appeared in front of us. There's no escape for you, he said while blocking the door. Crap, I thought. I felt myself thinking I'm about to die. No, we have to fight too. We have to fight for our lives. If there's an army of villains, Aizawa and 13 can do it alone. Speaking realistically, I think it's time to play, the villain said. Bakugo and Kirishima jumped to attack. Bakugo, no! I yelled uncontrollably. A bunch of dust gathered and clouded our vision. I was trying to block the wind with my arm. I was trying to see if they were okay. The smoke started clearing up quickly, and I caught a glimpse of Kirishima's red pointy hair. I looked to his side, and there he was. The villain then wrapped us in his portal. When suddenly I dropped from the sky and began to fall. I saw a building quickly approaching as I fell. I began to float. I managed to stop in time before crashing into it. I heard a couple of grunts. I turned around. I turned and looked around. I saw Bakugo and Kirishima. I flew to where they were, which was a few meters from me. Damn, that villain. Bakugo scowled, standing up quick. Hey, over here! I shouted to them as I flew down. They both glanced up and saw me. I landed in front of them. I guess they split everyone up. We should be careful. There's three of us. If we work together, we should be okay. I explained while looking around at our surroundings. Bakugo let out a scoff. I don't need help. I'll defeat those villains all on my own. He expressed annoyingly and began to reach for a door. Hey, I can fly us to the bottom. It'll be quicker, and you don't know what's waiting for us in there. I suggested. He looked at me through the corner of his eye. I can land on my own. I don't need your damn help, idiot! He shouted as his explosion projected him into the air. I gasped and looked over the edge. He landed safely. I let out a satisfied sigh. He was okay. Hurry the fuck up! He shouted, looking at us. I turned to face Kirishima and held out my hand. Don't worry, I can float us safely. Trust me. I assured and smiled at him. He gave me a slight smile and hugged me. Okay, hold on tight. I instructed him, and he wrapped his arms around my waist tightly. I wrapped my arms around his waist too, so he didn't dangle as we flew. He was taller than me, so he was towering a bit over me. I felt his body slightly shake, so looked up and saw him blushing. I couldn't help but smile. Okay, ready? I asked one last time, smiling. He closed his eyes and nodded his head. We began to float very slowly. He wasn't that heavy, but I did struggle a bit. I wasn't used to flying people around. We flew over the edge at a steady pace and began to descend. I began to grunt a bit. That way, Kirishima. Oh gosh, we're going down, aren't we? Kirishima shouted while hugging my waist even tighter. I guessed at how tight he was clinging on and looked up at him. Come down, we're on the ground already. I assured him, patting his back, letting go of him. I knew that. He awkwardly chuckled out and released my waist. I turned and saw Bakugo glaring at us while gritting his teeth. He was blushing. I didn't think much of it. Okay, guys, let's go help our friends. I exclaimed while beginning to walk forward. I looked back to see if they were following me, but Bakugo was glaring at Kirishima still. Right, let's go, Kirishima agreed, walking with me. Hello, Bakugo, come on, I yelled at him with my hand on my hips. He looked over to me and scoffed. Don't tell me what to do, you damn short extra, he yelled as he leaped ahead of us. He was going fast. Come on, Kirishima, we have to keep up, I said, while grabbing his hand. I ran leading him and then started to float and flew to catch up to Bakugo. Bakugo had stopped and stood like he was about to pounce into a Once I caught up and we were both with our feet on the ground. Hey, why'd you stop? I asked him calmly, then turned my head to where he was staring. There was a group of villains waiting for us, and they were ready to fight. Looks like they want to die, Bakugo yelled as he jumped to them and blasted an explosion, taking 2 out of the 5. I was about to run into the action when I felt an arm hold me back. Wyan, stay here. We'll protect you, Kirishima yelled as he ran past me to take one of them out. What the hell? What am I? A damsel in distress? I immediately followed after. No thanks, I can fight too, I shouted as I jumped high and kicked the last one on the head, knocking him out accidentally and cutting off Bakugo as he was making his way to attack him. You idiot, I had him! He shouted at me. Oh, shush, I replied while scrunching my face in annoyance. Dude, come on, we're working together, Kirishima explained to him. I don't need idiots like you telling me what to do or when to fight, he shouted super angrily. As he was having a tantrum, a shadow appeared behind him. The creepy looking villain getting ready to whap his claws behind Bakugo. My eyes widened at the sight, and without thinking, I manifested an energy ball from my hand. Don't move! I shouted at Bakugo as I shot it at the villain. The blast bruised past Bakugo's head and headshotted the villain. His eyes widened and he turned around to see the villain laying on the floor. Wow, Ian, that was amazing! Kirishima boasted. I ran next to Bakugo, looking at the weak and knocked out villain. Looks like you owe me, I told him, slightly smiling. I patted his chest and ran ahead. Come on, you guys. I see our friend ahead. We have to hurry, I shouted while running. She's right. Let's go, dude. Kirishima quickly agreed and ran behind me. Bakugo blasted past me and soon we came face to face with Deku, Todoroki, and All Might. Okay, guys, that's gonna be it for today. I'm probably gonna make another one, but short. Like, yeah, about another one. It'll be about Kirishima and Kaminari. But yeah. So yeah, bye guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Did I say that already? I don't know if I say that already. Bye. Okay, I definitely said bye. Yeah, just bye.